Okay, guys. So today we are going to see how we can implement the HTML version of our portfolio. Okay, so first thing first, let's go to our web full stack web dev folder. Okay, now double click inside of that. Okay, now we want to right click and then create a new folder and then call this folder, would say projects. Okay, like so, and inside of the project, okay, we are going to call this, we'll create another folder again. Okay, and then we'll call this, would say portfolio, like so. Okay, so portfolio project folder. So we are going to right click and then we are going to go to show more options and then we'll click on open with code so that this opens this in our VS Code. So what we want to do is we want to click on new file and then we'll go to index.html, like so. Okay, so that is this new file we are creating. Then we'll hit enter. Okay, now why we are calling this index.html is so that our browser knows that this particular file is our home page. Okay, so if this was hosted as, let's say, john.com, for instance, and a user goes to this particular link, what happens is that the first page, okay, or immediately the person goes to this link, what the person is going to see, or the page that is going to be served to them is this our index.html. So yeah, so that is, so anytime you want something to be a particular page to be your home page, okay, you use this index, you call it index.html. So after this, we are going to generate our boilerplate, which is shift1, like so, and then we'll select this. Okay, so after this, I'm also going to right click and then open this with live server. And yeah, so next off, what we want to do is, let's basically look at what this looks like. Okay, so normally it's always important that you try to break this into sections. For instance, now, okay, we have the header section, okay, we have the main section, and normally in other sides there would be like a footer section. Okay, so but what we want to do is, let's start with the header. Now inside of the header we have our logo and then we have these other links. Okay, so all of these guys are also links, they are navigations. Okay, they will take you out from one page to another. Okay, and it means that these guys, they are also going to stay inside of a nav element. So let's see how we can achieve that. So first thing we want to do is to create our header. Okay, now after the header, the next thing we want to do is, now remember these things, these guys are actually navigation links. Okay, so we are going to create a nav. Now inside of the nav, the first thing we have is our logo, which is this guy here. So I'm going to say li, I'm going to do an anchor tag, but now inside of this anchor tag we have KE, NE, and now if you look at this NE, you'd see that is a different color from our KE. So after writing the KE, for the NE, we are just going to do a space and then put the NE inside of a span. Then we'll say NE and then full stop. Now, the reason why we are doing this is so that we can use our CSS to style this NE differently from our KE. Okay, so I'm going to just remove the space. So let's see what this looks like. Okay, yeah, we have this. Now, the next thing we want to do is, we also have this other section here. Okay, so for which is the home, the about, and then the contact and resume. So after our li, I'm going to hit enter and then create a ul, like so. Now this ul would have an li, okay, and an anchor tag that should be home. Okay, after this, sorry, home, then after this too, okay, what we want to do is we'll have to repeat this again. We'll say li anchor tag again, and then we'll say about. Okay, we also create a third one, li select, anchor tag select, and then we'll have contact, and then the fourth one, which is li anchor tag and then resume, like so. Okay, so yeah, so this is what we have right now. Okay, so we are done with the first section, which is our nav section, our header section. Now let's go to the main section. Now if you look at the main section, you'd see that we have like two groups, which is the text group and also the image group. So we are going to create our, after the end of the header tag, so we are going to hit enter, and then we are going to say main, okay, because this is our main section. And then to signify two groups, okay, we are just going to create two divs. So I'm going to say div, and then I'm going to create another div too. Okay, so inside of the first div, what we are going to do is that we are going to start creating our h1 and then our paragraph and all of this text. So I'm going to say h1, okay, and then I'm going to represent, I'm going to type hello, comma, Kenichi Unsude, a web developer, okay, with over 2 weeks of experience, like so. Okay, now the thing is, if you notice that you are typing, okay, is overflowing, like you keep getting this overflow, just hit alternate Z and then it's going to break it for you. So the next one we have, which is this other smaller text, is we are going to say paragraph, and then we are going to say I am passionate, okay, about crafting impactful websites that help businesses thrive. Okay, and then we'd say crafting functional, user-friendly websites tailored to your business needs and helping clients transform their visions into digital success stories. Okay, so yes, so that is for the p tag. Let's save this and then see what we have. Ctrl S to save. So yeah, so we have the paragraph like so. So the next thing now is to do this section where I have HTML, CSS, PHP, and JavaScript. Now for us to do this, okay, now this is the HTML and CSS, the inside of like they are one group, and then PHP and JavaScript, they are a separate group. So inside of here now we are going to create another div, okay, and then we'll give this a span, okay. So the span now should have HTML. Now if you look closely at this, you notice that we have an icon, okay. So we have an icon here. Now what we can do is we can go to Font Awesome. So Font Awesome like so, and I'm going to, I don't know, you should just click here to sign in, okay. Now once you've signed in, want to click on your kit, okay, then we'll scroll to this section here, and then would click on the link like so, okay, and we'll go back here, scroll to the top, okay, after the title, okay, hit enter, and then we'll paste the link. So basically what we just did is we've linked our index.html with Font Awesome so that we can make use of Font Awesome icons.